Thank you for joining me today. Today's reading is going to be their thoughts and feelings for you the last time that you met. We've got 3 piles, pink pile, purple pile, or the big blue pile. So just take a choice and we'll get going. Right, let's go for the pink pile first. So that's that one there. That's that one there. Okay. Their feelings, sorry. Right, okay. Their energy. Your energy. Right, the way that they would have come across to you, or the way that they were feeling, was basically like jumping in something, starting afresh, excitement, fun. They could have been giddy, they could have been very playful, they could have been come across as, I would think, very confident, very much ready to play. But there's also the kindness about them as well. They would have been very welcoming towards you. They would have been looking forward to seeing you. But almost as if they were holding their feelings back in the past, they wouldn't have been when they met you this time. You're coming across as somebody who is almost quite mesmerising in some way. You've got this Knight of Swords card here, which is a cobra with lots of, I keep saying mongooses. Mongoose behind watching. It's almost as if you sort of are overtaking the meeting, but almost in a way that you're almost hypnotizing the person that you're talking to. You've got a similar sort of feeling because you've got rebellion with that and devotion. So you've both got this excitement or almost this sort of play going on between you, but there's also a feeling of softness about it. So your energies are very similar the way that you're coming across. You're coming across as a little bit more composed, definitely very enticing, and they are coming across as being quite gung-ho and excitable. Right, let's go with the next bit. So, their first impressions of you. Let's see if this mixes into the way that your energy is, or your energy was. How they saw you. Oh my gosh, okay. I need some extra cards on that one. Crikey. How they saw you. I think that they saw in you a change in you, and almost like a level of self-control that they hadn't noticed before. You're coming up as the Death card and the Devil card, so to me that speaks of something that a complete change, but almost like a control or a sexual feel about it. And you've also got the Two of Wands here, which is a card of watching and waiting. I am picking up from this, especially look what you've got. You've got this is you, how you came across. So how you came into the situation rather than the fact they perceived this. So you are like the cobra. You are in charge. You have these I'm going to say mongoose again, animals mesmerised by you, and you're also coming across as a bit of a rebel in here. They can feel those feelings of love there coming from you, but you are also coming across, this is how they perceive you, as death and the devil. And these cards to me tell me of a situation that has changed a huge amount, but there's all an element of either sexuality or control here. And there's a feeling of you're almost, they think that you are just not really engaging, you're just dipping your toes in and holding yourself back. But these are quite powerful cards. I think your last meeting was probably quite intense. I'm going to carry on because these cards come to life more as the rest of the cards around them have dealt. They saw you as being somebody really in charge of yourself, and I don't know whether you've come across, because you've got rebellion here. You're coming across as a powerhouse, as being in charge of yourself, aware of yourself, but not in a very sort of strong manner. There's a lot of sexuality, there's a lot of control coming from you, and you've got here rebellion. So I wonder, this is what I'm picking up, that you have either spent some time away from this person, and you have rebooted yourself and gone back, and they have been totally blown away by the way that you have changed. You're both quite passionate people, I think. There's an excitement between that you both share. But there's also like a devotion and empathy there. So there's almost that tinge of softness about you both as well. But your first meeting has made a huge impact. I'm not saying your last meeting, sorry. I don't know if it's your first or your last. Okay. How they would have acted around you at this time was almost as if they were trying to be very helpful. I think if they have been taken aback by your control and the fact that you've turned up totally in your power, they've carried on trying to give you a hand up, as in trying to help you with something. How they acted. I'm getting this feeling that they've tried to. This is a Hierophant card here, but to me, it's almost like the Six of Pentacles. It's almost that feeling of they're still trying to lord above you in some way, as if they still have the power in the relationship. There's excitement there and there's fun, but they're still trying to clamber to make themselves look important in your eyes, when you're coming across as somebody who's quite in control of yourself. And they're almost like, my gosh, does she still need me? Does she still like me? Or does he still like me? The dynamics here are quite unusual. There's almost a feeling of one is slightly above the other, and I'm tending to think that you have come into your own here. I wonder whether if you have met before, whether there was feelings of anxiety and almost like the other one had the upper ground. And you have gone away and come back, and you have made an impact on this person. A huge impact on this person, and this person, male or female, doesn't know where the balance is anymore, whether which one's dominant and which one's submissive, because people tend to swap the dynamics in the relationship from meeting to meeting or month to month or whatever. It's constantly changing, so I think it's thrown things up in the air with you too. I do think though that your meeting you have shared the feeling of the recognition and the feelings of love and softness with each other. There's a caring feel about you both, as if one or the other is basically making the other one feel loved and attractive. Your communication has been quite nurturing. I do think that you've made the other one feel good. I think you both have made each other feel good and cared and listened to. Two more cards on this one. see, there's something to do with your physical, the way they have seen you physically. It's a physical attraction that is causing the huge cards to come out in this spread. Not causing them, but that's where they lie. This, and you've got the Queen of Wands twice. This is the card you've got for physical attraction. The Nine of Swords, which is sort of a card of distress and worry and anxiety and not sleeping well. And you've got the Queen of Wands. You've got this twice. This person sees you as somebody really sexually attractive. And you've got the Death card again. I think this is what I'm getting, that if you've been in contact before, the contact has been normal. There's been feelings of a connection there, and there's also been these sort of feelings of excitement that you want to see each other again. But you have turned up in this meeting that you have in your mind when you clicked into this reading, and you have blown them away by your physical appearance. And there's a huge sexual feel about this, which has shocked them. I don't even know where this meeting was or what happened. And I have a feeling that you have worked on yourself, and if you have been quite anxious or you felt a little bit submissive in the relationship, you have come back and blown them away. But I do think that your contact was quite caring, even though that they would have been quite jittery. I do think that this has woken your person up quite a bit, and I do feel, because you've got the Ten of Cups for the best possible outcome to this relationship as it stands at the moment, and I do think this person is really keen to have a longer term relationship with you, because the Ten of Cups speaks of emotional fulfillment and family and just getting together, you know, just the connection there that feels right. And it's almost like the way that relationships lead up to that feeling of feeling complete. The most interesting thing about this pile is the way that on your meeting you both match each other in your energy. You are both a mixture of excitement, but almost a caring feel. Now they are, you've got the Fool here. It's like a new beginning. This person has realised something on meeting you. They've realised how attractive they are to you, because you're coming up as the Knight of Swords, but this card to me just is somebody who's mesmerising. And you've got the Rebellion card here, which makes me feel like you knew exactly what you were doing. You knew how to attract this person. You've done it. But there's almost like a kind exchange here as well. So it's not just cold-hearted seduction. It's basically that you're quite aware of yourself. And this person has been blown away by your appearance and how sexually attractive they are to you. You've come up as the Queen of Wands twice. So there's also this feeling of just you coming across as quite a feisty, in charge of yourself, creative, just somebody who's in their own power. And I think the roles have changed with who's helping who out, who's feeling anxious, who's not feeling anxious. Something has really changed in the way that they perceive you physically. I think this is quite a nice pile, but it has been a shift in dynamics here. But I do think there's quite nurturing feelings between the pair of you. And I think this person really wants to have a longer term relationship with you. Okay, that's all I can see, to be honest. But that is quite an interesting pile, how that's come out. But there's something, this is a physical pile to me. You've come into your own, and this person has realised how attractive you are physically. How you get on, in a meeting or in your meeting is just fine. You know, it's lovely. There's emotion there, but it's the physical bit that has really shocked them. Right, pile number one. I'm going to leave it there. I hope that helps. I don't know what. I'd love to know what you're wearing or what you were doing, or what on earth went on to make them feel like that. Right. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that makes sense to you. Oh, those ones down there. Okay, hi pile number 2. Let's have a look at their thoughts and feelings about your last time that you met. So this is them, this is you, these 2 are them, these 2 are you. Okay, right. This person came across their energy when you met last time. So not feelings, this is just generally their energy. I think they were doing something they had to concentrate on, but they have almost come across as somebody, I'm thinking, what's the guy off Jurassic Park? The tall, dark guy, Ian in Jurassic Park, can't remember his name. I'm just getting an eccentric feel from this person, as if they are very warm and very sort of, they're not self-conscious, they're kind-hearted, they do what they want to do, but they are just concentrating, and they've come across as slightly unusual to you. What's his name? He's Ian in the film, isn't he? I don't remember. All I can think, I think it's Sagittarius Libra. I can't remember his name. I remember people in terms of their charts. I can't remember his name. Right, so this person is basically, he is or she is doing something, and they are engrossed. They're not really thinking much outside themselves. They're just doing something, but they've come across as slightly unusual, dancing to the beat of their own drum. Oh my gosh, you are coming across as quite emotional. You're coming across as somebody who is very in control of yourself, quite mature in the way that they feel, very aware of other people and able to read the situation and where you stand and where they stand. But there's almost as if there's some secret inside you, something that you are hiding and something that you feel you may have lost. I have no idea what, but I'm going to go a bit further and see if I can get some more info out of that. I feel that they're engrossed in what they're doing, slightly unusual, slightly, I'm thinking mad scientist, and you are reading everything. You are reading the signs from this person. I don't know what you feel like you've lost. Let me carry on and we'll see how things go, see if there's more information comes out. So your last, okay, this is really strange because you are coming across with loss and secrets, and the way that they, their first impression of you is as if you've hurt them, as if you have, as almost as if you have hurt them. If you are the female in this reading, then it's the man that seems to be hurt. So change that around to whichever it's whoever's listening. To me, it feels as if the person who you're having the reading to feels really as if they've been stabbed by you or hurt, or something has hurt their feelings. I think there may have been some sort of split up between you. Yeah, there's some loss here. See here, you've got here again. I show your cards. this is for their first impressions of you, and you're coming across as the Ten of Swords. And as you can see, this is like a woman who has an arrow into the man's back. It could be, flip either way. And that's the heart in the middle. So it's almost as if there's some sort of heartache with this. You're coming across as loss, but being really aware of the situation and the secrets involved, and this card that go over it. Somebody who's working hard on something, feels that there's something's owed to them because they've put something into the relationship, but there's loss there. There's loss and pain, and I don't know what's going on. It would be interesting to me as the cards go on to see whether this was an actual meeting or whether it was more of a sighting, if you know what I mean, where you've exchanged a few words. Because this person, my first idea is when I'm pulling these cards out, is almost as if they are unaware of these feelings that are going on here. Initially, their energy is almost unaware, while you seem quite aware of what's gone on between you, and it seems as if it could be quite painful. Yeah, to me, you've got the Five of Cups again. They feel... I don't know if it's they feel. They are aware that you feel the loss. You have lost somebody or something, and it could be to do with them. I will carry on and see. And they are picking up your feelings. Pain and loss, and I don't quite know what's happened. I will put some more at the end. I may do some additional cards to see if I can get a little clarification on that, but I'm going to carry on with the spread as it is. Okay. I think that you've acted with them on this meeting almost in a way as if you have been quite cool with them. You have tried to be quite control your feelings, and you may have even said a few words that were hurtful. Well, they have tried to almost placate you, to make you, is that the right word? To make you, to show their feelings for you, because they do feel for you, and there is emotion there, and they've almost tried to make you feel at ease with whatever's happened. But you do, I'm getting this feeling that you're almost hiding the what's happened to you. The feelings that you're having, you're almost trying to not show them, but I think this person is able to read them. So your person is coming across the kind-hearted moose. So I do get, not only the moose, but I do get the feeling, see, I'm getting a feeling here, this person is very kind and caring. You've got these like little birds nested on its head, you've got these like white feathers here, and you've got concentration. I do think your person is a really kind person, very loving, but almost as if they're forgetful in how to show these emotions. Because you've got eccentric here, which makes me feel Aquarius. So there may be something very warm about this person, but they may not be the type of person that shows it just to one person. They may be somebody who's just generally really good with a huge amount of people. Just generally a nice person. So they may not have been easy to pick up your feelings. Found it easy to pick up your feelings, sorry. And you're coming across as somebody who's in pain. They're still trying to show you that they care for you, but I do think that they have picked up that you aren't feeling the best. Let me carry on. Okay, your communication here as well is almost coming across as in one of you is leaving the situation. As if one of you, and I wonder whether you've had a meeting, and this meeting has been to almost, because I'm expecting to do this reading as in you've met in a pub and do they fancy you? But this seems a little bit different. It's almost as if there's pain in here and one of you is leaving the situation, which I didn't really expect. This person feels for you. There's a huge emotional pull towards you. Because I've just done cards here for like how they acted when you've got the Three of Wands, and this is basically somebody whose heart is open and they're trying to show you what they feel towards you. And then I've got a physical attraction card, but to be honest, as I'm dealing, I'm thinking this card, this is probably not what's on their mind anyway. But you've got the Prince of Cups, and it's somebody who's whose feelings are quite tender and sweet towards you. But I wonder whether it's you that are leaving them, because you're coming across as a little bit hurt and emotional here. I definitely get up a feel. I'm going to find out what's happened here. Well, try and find out. Oh, is it you that's leaving? Because this person here has got the arrow in the back, and if you're male, if you're female, then you're putting the arrow in their back. And if you're male having this reading, then the arrows, you know what I mean? The arrows still in your back. What situation is that? Okay. I'm not picking up. I don't know here, but I know I'm just reading the cards as I can see them. When I'm trying to look a little bit deep into what's happened with you and this other person, I just get the feeling that this person has genuine warm feelings towards you, and something has happened that could slightly be out of the, it might not be part of the relationship. You're coming across as feeling the pain more so, because this person's just coming across as tender-hearted towards you, and somebody's moving away. Now, to ask what's happened in the relationship, I have generally got back as it's almost like a twist of fate, where somebody just has to move away rather than the fact it's a challenge or an adventure. It's almost as if it's a situation that neither of you could avoid, and it's been quite a painful goodbye or quite a painful meeting. It's just the way that things have gone, and I think you are dealing with it differently. You are dealing with pain. You are dealing with almost a really strong feelings of loss. They are just still aware of their emotions and their feelings towards you. You feel like you've lost something. But I'm going to finish there. I hope that helps. That's not quite what I was expecting, and I don't know if that resonates with anybody, but there are definitely strong feelings and there's love between you, but I think there's movement there. I do think that somebody is moving away from the situation for whatever reason. I do not know. Oh, well, I don't know, but I'm guessing it's something that's quite, it's fateful, as if it's moving away for a job or something. Okay, thank you, pal 2. Hi, pile number 3. Let's have a look at their thoughts and feelings last time you met. Right, okay. Okay. Just to start off, their energy is coming across as somebody who is very in charge of themselves, somebody who knows what they want. And in your meeting, I wonder whether you have picked up that they are very astute and very aware of what's going on between you, both of you. They are somebody who's quite defensive, somebody who likes to win. There's a feisty feel about this person. Not somebody to trifle with. You are coming across as somebody who feels as if you've Sorry, camera clicked off. While they, on the other hand, you're coming across as a little bit more softer, more anxious, where they're coming across as if they're really in charge of themselves. Let me find out why and whatever. Put them down here. Okay, this person's controlling themselves. Their impression of you is somebody who's almost quite innocent and beautiful in a way that you enter a situation and you, although they can sense that you might be slightly anxious, it might just be, you might be quite shy deep down. You come across as somebody who is very giving, with an open heart. You've got the Three of Wands here. It's almost as if the relationship has started and you, right from the very beginning, are very open to expressing yourself and your feelings for this person, and you do it in such a kind and honest and almost like an innocent way that they're quite taken by that. But I do think that you feel this person is almost somebody who is, I don't expect, gets very nervous. There's a defensive quality. They quite enjoy almost somebody who does seem as if they need to be protected. Their initial feelings for you are, you've got the strength here, and as I said here, they've got defense, and you've got this like awareness of the situation. This person feels a pull towards you. It's like a sexual tension, but they're almost like hiding that tension and that attraction behind trying to pretend that they're kind. They're trying to control their feelings. And I don't get the impression that you're that type of person. You know, if you feel anxious or you feel shy, you don't feel quite confident in a situation, you're more likely just to let the people know that, you know, and say, oh, I don't like this, or, you know, this, I'm not used to this situation, when they would rather die than let people know that they're out of control. It's quite a controlling vibe from your person, where you, on the other hand, seem quite innocent and open. Okay, this card here, they saw you as being open, as I've just said, like open, and I'm trying to think of another word for innocent, but there's just that general, it's almost like, it's just like a childlike. You know, nobody want to hurt you because they can see that you are a very genuine person. And their feelings, you made them feel good. You made them feel like that they were attractive. And you, I think you were. All I'm getting from you is this feeling of being very genuine, very kind, and you would rather die than let somebody else feel uncomfortable in your presence. You would rather give everything to that person, regardless of how defensive they were, regardless of how they were trying to control themselves. You would rather just be free and open. And this person here has been trying to control their feelings and acted in a way that they're almost like running around and scurrying around and throwing things, or, you know, basically throwing situations around to do anything apart from to show how they feel towards you. So I do think that they've been quite defensive. You have not been at all. The communications come up as a Nine of Wands. I do think that the communication between you both has almost been stilted a little bit by the fact that this person is trying to control themselves. And I think that you have come away from the situation thinking that they haven't expressed themselves at all, but they find their attraction to you almost a little bit overwhelming. And the physical attraction, you've got like the Ten of Wands, and you've got, this is how they felt about you physically, and it's like an elephant with a huge tail on its back, as if they don't know, and I don't know why they feel repressed and they can't just say that they find you physically attractive or show you, but I think you have come away from this feeling as if the communication has been stilted. This is quite a strong pile. Your person almost has a huge need for control. They may have been in a position where this meeting may have gone on. If it was in work and they couldn't show their feelings, I don't know, but the conversation may have just gone round in circles without any of you actually touching any other personal subjects that you perhaps wanted to talk about. I think you have come across as being very loving, very open, and they've almost felt as if you had everything going for you. And in the way that they've held back, they've almost like cut themselves off a bit, but then felt jealous that you were so, so open and innocent because they couldn't do it. But I do feel that you've come away from this meeting feeling quite upset because they haven't expressed themselves, and that's not because they don't find you attractive. It's the complete opposite. It's just that I needed control for them, and you are coming up as quite different people. Right, let me just see. I do think that your person is going to come clean and tell you their feelings. I think that they would have gone home after this meeting and felt like they haven't really expressed themselves. They've controlled themselves too much, and you have been quite vulnerable and open and basically shown the white of your belly to this person, and they have almost felt a little bit disgusted themselves that they've had to control themselves. I do think they're going to come towards you, and the next time, I think your next meeting will be a little bit more open. They will show their feelings towards you. Let me just get a little bit more information. Let me just see what's going on between you two. This person, for some reason, I feel this person's caused you some sort of anxiety. I don't know whether it's if you're just quite your nature anyway, and if you like this person, you're probably thinking, a little bit before you meet, or whether their coolness has left you feeling a little bit hurt. Okay, I do think that your person comes across as quite controlled. They may be the type of person that's quite quick to get in a fight. They don't mind having a little scrap about something, and it might also be in a work situation where they can't actually show their feelings. Because you've got achievement here. It does make me wonder whether you have met this person in work and you can't. He or she can't express their feelings, and there's almost a feeling of anxiety which you tend to be carrying on your own. The conversations are almost, if there's other people around, the conversations are almost, what's the word when you're basically having polite pleasantries. So it's just going round and round, and general polite pleasantries with no meaning to it. And you are probably the one who's more likely to be open. They are. I wonder if they're in a position where they are of authority and they're going to get pulled up more if they show their emotions. It could be it could even be like a job interview or something, or just something work related, possibly something to do with money or work. I don't know, but I'm going to leave it there. And just to sum this up, there's strong physical attraction here, there's politeness, there's pleasantries, There's you hiding your feelings, and they would rather die than show you their feelings, but there is definitely attraction. You are warm-hearted and open, and they're quite jealous of the way that you are able to do that, the way they feel your warmth. And I do think this person will eventually come around, but I do think the situation that you've met, or the way your last meeting, has not allowed them to do that. Right, okay, pile 3. I hope that makes sense in some way to you. And thank you for watching. Bye.